Hello, Good Shepherd and Saints Francis and John. I'm Father Lin Nguyen with Saint Francis and John. This week we prepare for the 33rd Sunday in Ordinary Time. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Mark. Jesus said to his disciples, "In those days, after that tribulation, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will be falling from the sky, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. And then he will send out the angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the end of the earth to the end of the sky. Learn a lesson from the fig tree. When its branch becomes tender and sprouts leaves, you know that summer is near. In the same way, when you see these things happen, know that he is near at the gates. Amen, I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all these things have taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But of that day or hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father." Friends, let's talk about something a little different than the gloominess that we just heard from the gospel. My learning how to swim was a little different than most kids growing up, I am sure. And I remember it very clearly like it was yesterday. I almost drowned when I was about 6 years old and was very fortunate to be rescued by one of the older kids in town. Afterward, I was determined to know how to swim, and the kids who pulled me out of the water offered to teach me to swim. There was no proper technique of how to paddle or stroke your hands or feet. My swimming instructor just said, "Trust me," and jump into the deep area and paddle towards the shallow area. If there is something wrong, I will catch you. That was it. I trusted him and jumped into the deep areas and paddled as fast as I could to get into the shallow area. After 8 or 9 attempts, I swam. I have not looked back ever since that day. I have swam in creeks, rivers, lakes, bays, and oceans. I will forever remember that simple instruction. Trust me and jump into the deep. I trusted him, I jumped, and I swam. Like Peter trusted Jesus and put his net into the deep and caught so many fishes. We know this gospel was spoken about the end time. In fact, everything that we experience will have an end. The end of the world is no exception, or our very life for that matter. But the beauty of this gospel is not about end of time at all. It is about trusting in God the Father by anchoring onto Jesus, his Son, and doing the things that he asks us to do. In many ways, it is like I trusted the guy who taught me how to swim. It was not about the scariness of the deep water or fear of drowning. I just put total trust in him and jumped. Sometimes I think we try too hard to live our Christian life so much that the unknown and want to make sure we know all variables. The end results bring nothing except more anxiety. We ought to trust and dive into life knowing God will catch us. What did Jesus say before he died? Into your hands I commend my spirit. So family and friends, here is an activity. Jesus told us that no one but the Father knows when the Son of Man will return. With your family, talk about if Jesus returned today, is there anything you would wish you had done that you have not? So God bless, and see you at Mass.